What is up, Salt Casters? We've got an awesome episode for you. This is episode number 17 with Metsanauris from Team Endpoint. This is one of my favorite episodes, actually. Metsanauris he came ready to talk and to dig in to the old wounds and the stories and the origin of his play in Rocket League. It was a really, really interesting conversation. We talk about his journey as a player, a lack of toxicity in the Scandinavian countries, and I tried to coax that out of him. Didn't really work. And we even forced him to talk about the EU versus NA drama that's been circulating on Twitter recently. Also, one thing we did in this episode is we did leak a SMUG 2 player that has not yet been announced. Of course, this episode has been recorded the week before SMUG 2, which is happening on November 25th. It should also be out before then, so something for you to look forward to. If you are not signed up for the email list for the Salt Mine, you should do so. Go to saltmine.gg to get signed up, and you will get an alert on all the different content that we are making available. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Metsa, welcome to the podcast. What are you salty about, my man?
Thank you. I'm usually salty about nothing, but for this, forever how long this takes, I can be salty about anything.
Okay.
Up to you guys.
So we can weaponize Metsa's saltiness versus something. What should we be mad about? Hey, can you get salty about people talking about whether or not EU or NA is better?
Oh.
Please get salty about that. That is just, how dare they?
Wait, it sounds like you might actually be salty about that, low-key.
Yeah, which is it?
I'm salty that people just make such a big deal out of it. I don't know. Why does it matter when they can't compete against each other? Is my question.
True.
He has a point.
But
does it bother you that Reddles said it? Do you hate Reddles? Follow-up question.
No, I like Reddles because he creates drama, but I don't know about this drama. This is not my cup of tea, I think.
Yeah.
Until people can actually play against each other.
Yeah. Okay. What's trash talk in Finnish culture like? What's okay? What's not okay?
I don't think there is trash talk, to be honest.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Most of the Nordics, really, right? Not really a lot of trash talk.
Yeah.
If you could rank, actually, could you just quickly rank the Nordic countries on which ones are most aggressive with trash talk versus not? Toxic to least toxic. That would be great.
Well, I hate to be the guy, but I don't think anyone is toxic, to be honest. So,
but there's levels, right? There's somebody's got to be more toxic than Finnish people.
Somebody's got to be, or less, So
it's the Swedes, right? It's the Swedes.
I think Finnish people are the most toxic ones.
Really?
Out of them.
Okay.
But
really?
Wow. It's just because we're angry at all times. It's not that we're toxic. We're just mad at stuff.
What are you mad about? Why are the Finnish people collectively mad?
I don't know, because I'm not mad that much usually, but I think it's just the Finnish nature. You just can't be happy unless you have a reason for it, Otherwise, you're just mad.
So you just probably don't understand Americans. Then you're just like, what are you guys? What are you guys on about?
Why are you guys smiling all the time? There is something to that. Whenever you watch, or Russians are always the very stereotypical never smile people. But then the reason for that is because they're brought up not to smile for no reason, from what I know, at least. So Russians, if they were just to go and smile, it would diminish times when they're actually happy, and it would be sort of a boy who cried wolf situation. Nobody can believe he's too smiley, he's too happy. How can we believe him? You can't be this happy. No one is this happy. So whenever that guy smiles, and that guy will often be like the American in this story. They'll be like, yeah, we can't trust him. He's just happy all the time. That's not real. This can't be real. But Americans are brought up to smile at everything and all the time, and positivity and all that, right, Matt?
I guess. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's one of those things where when it's your own culture, it's a little bit hard to pinpoint. I don't remember anybody being like, smile a lot, okay? But from living in Europe, I can, hear an American from 4 blocks away. So the rest of the Europeans are not nearly as loud. I mean, there are some that are louder. Other things that definitely differ culturally is like people like the amount of distance between people that's acceptable. Like when you get off, like when you land in an airplane in certain countries, they just like mob you like on the plane. They're just like, oh, I'm just gonna press against you while we're standing here for no reason because that is fine here. And it's like, get the fuck away from me. Okay.
Finnish people are the ones that just clap when the plane lands.
You do that as well. No way.
No.
That's exactly the
Sad.
same as my girlfriend's Bulgarian, and the Bulgarians always clap every time the plane lands. It's hilarious. And then they always try and skip the queue as well. Like, you know how there's like the line for priority boarding and then the non-priority? Like, everybody just queues up in the priority boarding to see if they can get in, just in case, And then the lady or the man at the front of the queue who's like looking at people's tickets, they just, for the next like 10 minutes, they just look at people's tickets, say, you're in the wrong queue. You're also in the wrong queue, and you're in the wrong queue as well, and they all have to go to the back of like the other queue. Everybody just moves from one queue to the other. Then like the 5 people who actually have priority can go in. It's hilarious every single time. I wanted to ask them about, so like Finland always wins like these what do they call it?
Wait, do we win
happiness?
something?
Yeah, the happiness index, the world
That's
happiness
usually Norway,
index,
isn't it?
I think Finland might be the top right now. I think they win. Wait.
Yeah, I think we've been like happiest at some point at least.
Okay.
World Happiness Report 2020. Oh, for goodness sake, can I just read this without paying for it, please? For goodness sake, they're trying to make me pay for this.
Who would pay for that? I guess maybe people looking to move. I don't know. I think okay, so
Finland, they won it in 2019. I can't see the 2020 report. They won in 2019. I think they won in 2020 as well. But Denmark's like second, Norway's third, then Iceland, Sweden are 7th. So they're like by far the worst Scandinavian country.
How did they measure that? Like,
okay, so it's like GDP, social support, healthy life expectancy, freedom to make life choices, generosity, and perceptions of corruption. And Finland are pretty good in all those categories.
So it's not even about are people happy. It's just if their situation is good.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, happiness is a pretty difficult metric to quantify, like actual happiness.
True,
so I think maybe they probably just tried to think of things and make people happy, and that Finland are winning. But so you think it's not like that? Like on paper, Finland should be happy, but people aren't happy?
I mean, I think like most countries are like equally happy, but like people get sad and happy at things no matter what the situation is, so
That's true. Emotional pain is relative. I always say that.
100%.
I always say that. I want to get back to this, like, which is the most toxic country.
I know, we're too wholesome. I just want
to take a stab. So like I've been to Sweden, Norway, Finland. I have not been to Denmark, but I've met people from all of those places. And my ranking, I think, you can just tell me if like this might feel accurate to you. So I'm not comparing you to like the toxicity of like Americans, because we got you guys beat by a country mile for sure. But what I mean is, like, if you were to get all the Scandinavian countries together and have a toxic off, who's going to be like the most trash talky, the most aggressive, and whatever? I sort of feel like it's going to be the Swedes.
Yeah,
and then the Danes, and then Norway, and then Finland. And I can tell you why I think those things, but what do you think about that ranking?
I think, like, I honestly think Finnish ones are the most toxic ones, because
really,
I don't know. I've played the most games and stuff with Finnish people, obviously, so I've seen the toxicity. But when I go up against like Danes or Swedes, they just don't care. I don't know. They're just fine with it. And when Finnish people go up against like Swedes, they're like, "Oh, we can't lose these guys."
Yeah,
we guys
that's
suck.
true.
Okay.
That's true.
Do you play them at? Do you play floorball as well? Do you play against Sweden in floorball? That's
the only matchup that happens. I think the finals are always Finland versus Sweden every single time.
That's why I put Sweden at the top, is because they think that they're better. They're like the big bro in the region. True. That's what I think. That's why I put them at the top, that they're the most likely to be like looking down on you. And I heard that, like, Finland is sort of considered like the odd man out, right? Because like Finnish is probably the weirdest of the weirdest compared to the others of the languages, like the furthest away from like Swedish, Norwegian, Danish. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. And so this is just what I was told by people from the region, and that like I think Sweden, in terms of like conquest, or like I really don't know the history, the military history of the region, but they have occupied the most countries as well in the region, right?
Yeah, there's an empire. Sweden had an empire for a while.
Oh no, we have this unfortunate
Greasy's
Norwegian in the.
What does he say? Can you read that, Metsa? He says, I don't actually want to read that. I
No,
might be reading something
I
horrific.
I don't have the chat.
Oh no, we've got a.
I would read it.
We got a dirty tronder in our chat. Oh no.
Right, I'm gonna Google
Here he
translate
is.
this to find out if I should be saying that out loud.
Hey,
on a live stream.
Flarbo, sorry about the schedule. The thing is that we sort of stick this podcast in everywhere, like basically wherever we can, because the grid schedule is in flux, and so is like SMUG and whatever. But yeah,
Player schedules as well.
I do want to get better at this. I think what I'm going to do is actually do a Discord server. I'll probably just open up this Discord server and turn it into a community server, and then I'll have a Saltcast room where you can like join and get an update when we actually know when it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like the best thing to do. I
Facts.
think this is a problem on Twitch, actually. Like, I think if you were a Twitch streamer, you could probably get really great viewership by having some sort of setup where you're notifying all your biggest fans immediately when you're going live.
I think a lot of people do that on Discord.
I think so. I think that's the best way. Otherwise, SMS would be good. If I mostly had like a US audience, I might do SMS. There's a couple platforms. Anyway, that's a thought. But thank you for thank you for Greasy, can I cast Salt Mine? Oh yeah, maybe if if you beg enough.
If you can remember what day it is. How are we doing on the remembering weekdays, Greasy?
Yeah. Do you remember who I
today?
am? Do you remember who I am? Finally, I met you 4 times before you're on the podcast, and you didn't remember.
Yeah, he was like, wait, who's this guy again?
Oh, hey.
Today's Friday, he says. Close.
Tristan's in chat. What's up, Tristan? Not the Rocket League player.
Tristan.
How come how you not going to tell Johnny that he's handsome, Tristan? Today is Friday, right? Yeah. Well.
Yeah, Tristan might be getting to that.
It's Friday somewhere, Greasy. Friday somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so
someone had a good observation. This is more like Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I saw that. That was good. That was good. I like that.
Pretty accurate. But we are actually going to talk about Metsa's Rocket League career as well, because I know a lot of you are interested in that.
It's a lot like our grid cast, where people ask us to cast the game, and we're like, no.
We're like, actually, now that you've asked us, we're even less likely to cast the game. It's like we are very combative with that comment.
Tell us about your start in Rocket League. How did you get started?
In terms of the whole like game when I started playing.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of like the whole concept when I saw like YouTube videos when it came out, like 2015. I tried to get all my friends to buy it, and none of them bought it. I don't know. No one was into it. I was like, please just buy this with me, and then no one bought it. Whatever. I think it was October then. Then I bought it myself and just started playing by myself, and then I started looking for like people to play with in like Rocket League forums and stuff, and got
forums.
And then met people in rank and started playing with them, and I played with a lot of like different people. I play with some people that are like similar rank or better than me usually, and then I'd become better than them at some point, and then I try to find people that are better than me again.
Nice.
Play with them that are like nice to be around and all that.
You're learning from people.
Yeah.
Who was the first player that you were like, okay, whoa, this guy, he is really good. This is the guy that I need to play with?
Well, I think it was like I started playing once a lot, and that's how I like realized how I can be at like the top level ish. So I played a lot of ones, and then I went into once tournament. I think it was like Mock-It 1v1s or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure. I think I played against Dapper in the final, and then I barely lost that one. And then after that, you might remember the guy called Pixel.
Yeah, I do.
So
where was he from again?
Denmark, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Super toxic then, huh?
Actually, he was a really nice guy. I loved teaming with him.
He was very
unfortunately.
he was a bit mysterious. He didn't really
Yeah,
have
yeah,
much of a social presence, but he would get deep runs in tournaments with various teams for quite a long time.
Yeah, and I never like knew what he was doing in real life or anything. He was like mysterious in the team as well. So
Really?
he ends up like asking me to play with him and team with him, and we played a lot of twos together and stuff. And like I thought he was like actually really good back then. And he was like saying, I think it was on, what was it? Like some RLCS team as a sub previous season. And then he was like, I'm pretty sure I can be better than those guys. Come team with me. I was like, oh god, this guy thinks he's good. Surely he's good. And he was like actually really good. And I think I learned a lot from that guy originally.
Who was it? Who was your third then? Was it Continuum or something?
That was like after. First it was me, Pixel, and EyeIgnite.
EyeIgnite. Oh my goodness. That's another
we played like
really old name.
some ESLs and stuff. And then I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Pixel thought that team was not gonna go anywhere. I don't think he thought EyeIgnite was that good, so he left the team and then kind of split for like half a year or something. And then he was in the team with the K-Top one, where it was K-Top, Continuum, and Pixel. I'm pretty sure.
Was that the original Reality?
Yeah, original Reality. Yeah. And then K-Top left, obviously, because he's K-Top.
Yeah, because he didn't win the World Championships. He's like, oh, well, good to get another team.
So I just followed K-Top's footsteps, easy peasy, and then joined that team. Because I had like one tryout with them, and they were like, yeah, this went really well. I played out of my mind that tryout. It was actually incredible. I was like,
what was it? What was a tryout back then? Was it just like ranked?
You play like Gfinity.
Oh, you play a Gfin, okay. Because I'm pretty sure that I've heard of teams who would play like 5 ranked games and be like, yeah, we're good, we're insane, let's sign up. They just like lock in the roster for an RLCS season, but maybe that's not true. So wait, when did you find Mognus then? Because that was like the first like was Mognus your third with Continuum in season 2? I think he was, right?
How did this go then? Yeah, we failed to qualify with. Was it?
Yeah, in season 1, I don't think.
I think it was no, it wasn't Mognus yet. We failed to qualify with Continuum and Pixel. I'm pretty sure, and then Pixel left again, and then I didn't know if I wanted to team with Continuum still, but I didn't have any other people. Then I had played with Mognus and ranked a lot, and he was in Kaunos, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I thought he was so good, and we played all the time, like every night or something. You know, we had such a good time back when Mognus used to grind the game a lot. And then I wanted to team with him, and then he couldn't really leave Kaunos or anything before, and then he wanted to take a break or something. I can't remember how this went, but I got him into my team finally, and then we started popping off in like Gfinities and stuff, and then it kind of like played down again. It wasn't very good, and then right before the RLCS season, we decided, when Al messaged us actually, that we'd like to try him out instead of Continuum.
Yeah, that was for season 3, or wait, was it?
Yeah, season. No,
or was it 4 by then?
No, season 3 I was already. Yeah, season 3 was our first RLCS season.
With Mognus and Al0t?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it wasn't until season 4 that you guys had like a lot of success, because season 3 you just missed out. Resonant lost your land spot by like a goal.
Yeah.
A late equalizer by Cuxer or Markey or something stupid.
Cuxer,
and then they won it in OT. I remember that game because I was like watching and thinking, "Oh wow, like this is it."
Sick game.
I
also played out of my mind on that game for some reason, but like that season was so bad. Like we went up against, we had the easiest opponent first round, first ever game in RLCS. We're like, come on, it's Kaunos, we can do this, and we go up against them, absolutely shit the bed. After we were winning 1-0, and then they score 1 goal, and we absolutely shit the bed, and then the snowball starts rolling.
When did Mognus score the insane own goal? Was it versus them that Mognus scored like a screamer of an own goal?
I don't think there's one moment like this, there's like multiple.
I remember clearly. I remember there was like a very, very good own goal where where you're like flying one way and the ball's coming the other way.
Yeah.
And it's so perfectly and it flies into the other direction. Yeah, he did an own goal like that, and then Marky Duda scored a very similar own goal at the Season 3 World Championship. I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that one before. That was yeah, I saw that in my rank game as well. I do that all the time. Rewind a bit, because I wanted to ask you if you remember pre-Season 2, you guys weren't going to the LAN or anything, but you'd started making a bit of a name for yourself. I think it was with Mognus and Continuum at the time, if I'm not mistaken. You guys were scrimming FlipSid when FlipSid were boot camping. And I was like, whoa, these guys are good, because it was like from the FlipSid POV, it was just like the warm up, just to get used to playing on a different setup. But the games were actually really close, and you guys were playing some good Rocket League. We're like, wait, these guys are actually good. What on earth? They weren't supposed to be this much of a challenge. But you were more of a challenge than a lot of the actual LAN teams who FlipSid were practicing.
Really?
So yeah, I remember this distinctly, because we I think we arranged one scrim against you guys, and it went so well. We were like, wow, that was actually good games. Then we went and arranged lots more after that. Yeah. So we were like, yeah, we should just play them again. They were really good. So, what was it like to play those games? Just, for a team who are going to Worlds, and then to watch them win it.
I think it felt like when we had the first scrim against FlipSid, we were like scrim warriors back here. Like we were owning in scrims always, and then. It wasn't as good when it came to like important games. Like there was a lot of nerves and stuff. So in scrims, we were like having so much fun and like, I don't know, being scrim warriors, I guess. And then we went up against FlipSid, I think, and it felt like, I'm pretty sure I remember it like this. It felt like they weren't trying. Like I swear to God, it felt like, oh, these guys aren't that good. Like these guys are supposed to be the best. I don't know. I don't know.
They were a little bit off. They were trying, trust me. They were really trying, but they were a little bit off because they were all playing on like a dinner table with three computers on a dinner table, and it was like new setups. I think at the start of the week, they lost 3-0 to PZ Kid Up's team.
And they're all late bloomers all the time, right? Like they don't come out good usually. Like a lot of times they start bad and they need to get motivated by losing.
They got more used to it. They got a bit more comfortable playing on some setup that wasn't their home, basically. Yeah. And by the end of the week, they were destroying the teams that had given them trouble at the start of the week. But yeah, I remember the whole team, Marky, Cucks, and Greasy, they were like, wait, these guys are actually good though. This Reality team. Yeah, sure enough, you picked up you played into the next RLCS season and almost knocked FlipSid out. But just for one goal. But yeah, I forgot about that whole overtime in Season 3 until you mentioned it. It's crazy.
It could have all been so different.
I would still say that's one of these series to go back and watch if you're newer to Rocket League and you want to go back and watch like crazy, really good series from back in the day. That would be one of them. It was Season 3 FlipSid against was it Secret? No, it was Resonant at the time, right?
Who knows?
I think your team was called Resonant, if I'm not mistaken. You went through lots of different team names and orgs and stuff. I think it was Resonant, FlipSid, playoffs.
Yes.
4th, 5th matchup. Team that wins this series goes to Worlds. Team that loses is out, and it went all the way right down to the wire.
Been there, like we're like 1-6 in league play or something, or 1-5 in league play before the last week, and then we played FlipSid to try to not.
Oh yeah,
you actually make it, and we beat FlipSid.
And then you play them again, and oh my goodness,
so confident going into that game when we go up against them in the second time. We have like absolutely no pressure this time. No one's feeling nerves, and that game was actually crazy.
That's right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, you guys were like 1 win, 5 losses, and you beat FlipSid to get into the playoffs, and then you nearly beat them to knock them out. That was a terrible day for FlipSid. They went into that day 4 wins, 1 loss. The previous week, I think, was that the week that they had like, it was the week that they had beaten Gale Force, and then they came in, they lost 3-2 to Northern Gaming, 3-2 to you guys, and they were just like, oh no. Oh no, now we have to play to qualify for Worlds. So those are the days, man. The 4th, 5th, and the 3rd versus 6th matchups were terrifying. I mean, you guys come in as like a 6th place team in the league, and you're still 1 series away from Worlds. But it's a bit different now with like RLCS X. Do you still want to go back in time though and have it the old away the old formats?
Never
Or do you
again
miss
in my
it?
life.
No.
Like that format is so bad. I swear to God, you like every week you get warmed up. Like you prepare the whole week to play this one best of 5 that is probably gonna be really bad because everyone's gonna be nervous. Everyone's gonna be like awkward and like cold at the start. Like you're gonna have like a couple games that people start like feeling how the game feels, and then it's all over already. And then you go again next week. Nice, good luck with that. And then some people have a warm-up game before, and then they absolutely clap the second game, even though they get 3-0 in the first game or whatever. It was so annoying. Like I swear to God, every time in the format that someone had 2 games, we were always the latter game. I swear to God, every single time. It
You're
was
on
so
the second
annoying.
game losing. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't miss it either. I think the new format's way better.
Yeah.
I you know what I remember from back in this time is actually so like Johnny always he'll get like really hot on like a concept or some players or whatever, and then because he's a caster and a streamer, he'll talk it to death. And it'll be like his talking point for like a while because it's hard to come up with new material all the time, you know. And I do the same thing now.
Like
but I remember he was like, "Oh man, Metsa and Mognus, these guys are playing 2s like 2s should be played. They do full rotations. They recover on the back wall. They aerial for a ball. They land on the back wall in a place to recover." That was his thing for a while. He was like, you guys are the best 2s team in the world for him for quite a while. Do you remember this period?
I think that was probably true for a good
I
while.
didn't say you were wrong.
agree.
I just say
Yeah.
you just, I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, there was back in the days, there was very little information about players, nothing compared to what there is now. Very few matchups. You'd have to go like half a year before seeing like two top teams play against each other. Then they play one time. You're like, okay, yep. I guess that team takes the win until 6 months later. But the Mets Mognus 2v2 duo was pretty up there. Do you think you were the best 2v2 team for a while?
Yeah. Honestly, yes. Like, I think the way we played 2v2 was like the best way to play 2v2. I don't think we were like the best players, but we knew how to play the optimal way. I think, like that was like not giving away the ball, not giving any counter attacks, always having someone behind you to challenge. So if one goes, someone's always there. So you don't give any 1v1s or 2v1s, and that's how you win in 2s. Like the amount of 2v1s with score or stuff like that, it was so crazy. Like if you're in rank, that doesn't happen, but when you go into the tournament, like those situations happen all the time where you just do the tiniest little overcommit and then it's a 2v1 and it's always a goal.
Do you wish there were 2v2 tournaments still?
Not really. I love 3s. So, I mean, if it's away from 3s, no, but if it's a separate thing, why not? I love 2s. Competitive 2s is so much fun.
What's the difference between competitive 2s and ranked 2s for you?
Ranked 2s is going for the ball chasing with no hesitation, and competitive 2s is not about not take yourself out of the game. But that's changed a lot throughout the years when people can actually recover really fast these days, and it's harder to like overcommit. I feel like when you can recover really fast.
Do you still play a lot of ranked 2s these days?
I mean, it's the game what I played the most, but I really play that much ranked compared to what I used to, at least. Like, if it's like a season like this, I just play free play and workshop maps and constant training and stuff like that most of the time.
Yeah, you seem like a pretty regimented guy. Are you pretty good at like getting the right amount of practice in and stuff like that compared to like other players?
Yeah, I mean, other players are lazy as shit. So
yeah,
I mean,
I mean, you already threw shaded hours. You already threw shaded hours, which every pro does, for sure. So that's no problem. But yeah, I also distinctly remember you. I think you were playing a tournament with Marky or something like that, and like he was asking you like about like, or maybe he was playing the tournament as well. He's like asking you like, when's the registration for the tournament, or am I supposed to be playing in this tournament? And you're like, shouldn't you know that, dude? You were like streaming. But anyway,
Yeah, I can't remember this, but yeah, I think like I'm
Happened
a
too many
very
times.
I take like work very seriously, and like I want to put in all the effort and want to be the one to maximize my potential, I guess. Like compared to other people, where it's like these guys have absolutely crazy talent, but they just don't use it. I feel like.
Like who are we calling out here?
I don't want to call out. I'm still like whenever I
Well,
retire, that's when I
Turbo
start calling out people.
Turbo called out Alpha.
Okay.
Who else got called out, Matt? I can't remember.
Cucks gets called out constantly, and then he got booted eventually.
No.
I can echo
Oh,
Alpha
it's
because he's
brutal.
still doing good, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hasn't caught up
Yeah.
to him yet. It hasn't
I mean,
really
Alpha
truly
used
caught
to-
up to him.
Alpha used to be a really like he used to be such a grinder, and he was on top of the world. I don't think he's like so much better than everyone else anymore because he just doesn't put any hours. But yeah, Alpha would be the one.
Yeah. I like to call
But
it
that's
Alpha.
with most people. Like they're like remotivated at the start, and like that's like everyone has had that phase where they have like 100 hours past weeks, but then once they make it to one of their goals or whatever, and like they don't have that drive anymore. It's not.
How do
that
you
fun
avoid
anymore.
that happening? Because it doesn't sound like you've had that, or maybe you have had that problem. But how do you stop that from happening so you don't run out of goals and keep the drive?
Well, I think it's just work ethic. Like when you, at some point, when you achieve one of your goals or whatever, and then you come down. For me, it's like I want to be always better than before. So I have the motivation just from wanting to be better, and then I always try to outwork people around me and stuff. So it's kind of a competition on its own, I guess.
That's interesting.
Do you outwork your current teammates?
I think my current teammates are actually grinders, so I don't know. We're pretty similar hours usually.
Nice.
I think I don't know, pretty similar.
That's good.
How did your current team compare to like other teams you played in the past? Like, what's like some of the unique things about playing with these two?
Well, I think it's just like the environment is everything like I wanted from my previous teams. What I was like striving for, where it was like I want people to put in a lot of hours. Don't take scrims like super like left. I don't know. Like
Don't
just
take it
laugh
seriously.
off.
Take it
And take
seriously.
it seriously,
Yeah.
but still enjoy yourself and have fun.
Yep.
And then like don't get tilted. Like if something happens to you on screen, it's like every single team I've been on is been like, oh, why does he go for that? Like, oh my god, he's so dumb for going for that. He said he owned you. Like, I swear to God, don't say that. He was a go for them.
That's actually a pretty good impression. I think, yeah, I like that. Now we got to go and talk about all your past teams and figure out who that is. But we got to talk about you, Mognus and Al0t, because that was the team that you had the most international success on, winning or coming second place in season 4 Worlds, and then coming third in season 5 Worlds. Why do you think that team worked so well? What was it that made you guys so consistent internationally, especially?
I think it was more just like the natural fit. We were really like we had just a natural chemistry. I feel like we never talked about like how we should do things or whatever. We always played the same way. Well, most of the times at least. And then there was some inconsistencies, but like when it mattered, actually, it always came down. Like everyone knew what each other were doing, and it was like everyone was always on the same page.
But I'm sure you attribute most, if not all, of your success to the Gfinity Elite series, where you guys got invaluable LAN experience on the weekends. No, but seriously, how was that? Because you're probably the only like really top team, apart from Vitality, but you were the only top team who played that, and it was definitely a much different tournament than most of the other LANs.
How would I put this? It was not the greatest of times. Well, the actual tournament itself and like the weekends and seeing people, that was so much fun. I would take that every day, and the fact that I get to live in London was amazing, and I will appreciate that like opportunity at all times. But the competition was super bad. Everyone was so bad at the tournament. Our team was never there. I didn't have my teammates I could play with. That was
who are you mostly playing with? It was always like you and A0t would sometimes be there. And then like
me and
EpicToastie
A0t
or
sometimes,
something.
and then
Was
me and
Flarky on your
Mognus,
team?
and then
Bipod was in the team.
Wow.
I've played Gfinity Elite series with these legendary names. My Bipod for sure, EpicToastie. Wait, let me think of this.
Wait, were you actually in the team with EpicToastie on it?
Yes, I played with EpicToastie.
Whoa, you guys almost won. I remember that. You nearly got the upset.
It's unbelievable, this tournament I played in. EpicToastie. He wasn't even Grand Champ. He wasn't the Grand Champ.
I think he was lower rated. He was lower rated than most of the casters. They were actually talking about the game.
How does he get drafted? How?
They had Elite Series had this really weird draft system where like anyone could pretty much sign up, and then all the teams had to draft 3 like players from the draft pool, which is all UK based talent. I don't know exactly what the reason for this was, but it was probably like, just to show, look, there's a progression system, so you can sign up and then you become a professional.
Yeah.
And then some of them actually had to play because what if somebody like misses their flight or the flight's cancelled, like a Mognus or someone, he's stuck in Finland. They're like, oh no, we need to use one of our draft players. Quick, EpicToastie, can you fly down to London? He just like gets on the plane and comes and takes Mognus's spot or something. Those were the craziest tournaments. It was hilarious.
And the worst part about this, it was never organized with Psyonix. So I do all the struggle. I play with EpicToastie to get to the playoffs, okay?
Oh yeah.
I play with EpicToastie to get to the playoffs, and then bang, it's the same weekend as ELEAgue or something.
Yeah, it was always the same weekend as like another LAN, and all these league play weeks would be like pointless because you guys wouldn't even be able to play in the playoffs. You'd be off in like another country.
Twice we played made it to playoffs. That was easy. With EpicToastie, that is. That was easy. And then there's another tournament. We don't even play. What's the point? I'm there for months to not play in the playoffs.
And you were actually in London, living in London for this as well.
That's pretty cool.
What was that like? Because you're in like for anyone who is familiar, it was like the Fulham area, right? I don't know. Yeah, you're.
I was really close to
pretty close. Mm-hmm. Pretty close to Chelsea Football Stadium.
Yeah, I was like walking distance to everything I needed. It was so much fun, honestly. As long as people were there, I was alone a lot of the times because I don't know, my team didn't want to be there and they had stuff viral and stuff. So I was there quite a bit alone as well. But like, I gained a lot of weight there because I ordered Uber Eats and stuff. It was not a great experience in that sense, but like, it was actually so much fun. Like just being around people and living abroad. That was like a short
I'm pretty
dream.
sure Johnny would like. I think maybe this was the Snapchat era still. I'm pretty sure Johnny would occasionally snap me some stuff of like you guys out, and there was a great picture of you with your top knot down, like on the dance floor. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you're like, hey, yeah.
I don't think I've seen this picture, but I'm sure
it's a pretty classic picture.
Maybe I can find it.
Do you know what I'm talking about, right, Johnny?
I don't remember the exact photo, but I've not opened Snapchat in years. I don't even know how to find these pictures. Let me see.
Yeah, I think I've seen it from you more than once, but yeah, it was.
Okay, let me see. Let me work.
It was classic. It was. I think basically Johnny was like, "Yeah, I'm out with Rocket Leaguers, and we're finally finally I'm out with fun Rocket Leaguers."
Yeah, no, the squad was like Metsanauris was there, Flarky. Who else was like the regular? Data was he was a regular, of course.
Yeah, Data.
Yeah, no, those are some top lads. Those are really fun guys to hang out with for real.
Yeah, we had some great nights. I remember that.
It's really funny. I've got to start scrolling now. I've got to find stories. I don't use Snapchat. Where do they keep all this? Don't even know.
I'm so scared. Like, please don't find.
I don't
think I'm gonna be able to find it.
It's you with like you still had like the top knot thing and it's down and you're just like
yeah, you had the hair.
Are
you ever bringing that back?
Nope, dude. I had it, like I grew it for so long. I don't know why it's taking me so long to grow that hair. Like it took me like half a year. I can't remember. But when
Gotta
I
be a
finally
year,
had
yeah.
it, it's such a pain in the ass. Like you have to, it's so hard to wash it, and then when you wash it, it's so hard to dry it.
Yeah.
Like who invented this thing? Short hair is so much better.
You're the one who used it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I never had long hair before, so I didn't know how it's like. But when I had it, I was like, nope, this is not happening. And then I went
That's
back to short ones.
hilarious. That is so funny. So did you just like see somebody with it, or did you go to the barber and they were like, yeah, you should get this. I think you should
No,
grow your
I
hair.
saw like people with it, and I honestly I thought it looked like nice, and I was fine with it in that sense, but it was just not very
Practical.
practical. Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, it sounds like those were some fun, or more like a year and a bit of like being on that team, having a lot of success, and it always seemed like you guys were having a blast. Whenever I listen into comms videos of you, Mognus and Al0t, they always sounded like just like a fun time. You guys would be winning and scoring some crazy goals, and then having a laugh in the team chat. So like that was what made it so surprising to me when you were benched after season 5, which I thought was a really successful season overall. I mean, maybe it wasn't perfect because there were some other inconsistent performances, but you got 3rd at Worlds, which is pretty good. I mean, what was going on there? You joined EyeIgnite and Remkoe, and Mognus and Al0t went with Greasy. What were your thoughts on that situation?
Well, there was like the whole season, like the mood wasn't that great anymore. I felt like, and then we used to like play ranked all day together and stuff, and just enjoy it. And then it wasn't really like that anymore. And then they kind of like played all with Greasy and ranked, and like they were enjoying the time with him because he was like trying to get into this team. Of course, like he didn't have a team the whole season or anything, so he was just trying to get a team, and that was like a top team. So I mean, he probably wanted to join those guys the whole time. I was like try hard and rank with them, and then that very much affected my confidence throughout the season. And I don't think I had a great season at all, other than results, of course. But like I didn't think I played that good, and I kind of knew even at Worlds, like they were like distant, and we had like a boot camp. It didn't feel like they wanted to play with me, and it was like really affected my confidence. And then I had the boot camp, which boosted my confidence a little bit because boot camp always does that. And then it came to Worlds, and it felt like really distant again. And then I see like a lot of, I don't know. It's just you have this feeling, and I knew I was gonna get kicked. Like unless we win or something. They like had it in their minds, of course. Like they haven't been in that kind of situation before. It's not like I have bad blood with him or anything, but like I knew it was coming, and then like I saw them texting each other and stuff like that instead of typing in the group that. So I was like, yeah, that's probably happening. And then I was feeling
that's brutal.
I was feeling really like awful that whole time, like really sad. And then I came home and I asked them, what's this all about? I'm feeling awful. Tell me what's happening. And then they said they're probably kicking me, and then probably getting Greasy instead of me. And then I was like, okay, hope we're gonna stay friends and stuff. And then I don't think we were really that close after that for quite some time. It took a toll on me, but they did say like in that they wanted the best for me, of course, as well. And they were saying like, Envy wants to try out with you and stuff. I was like, awesome. I feel like I'm so not confident right now, but I'll just take anything that I can. And then I started like trying out with Envy. And I never tried out with anyone else. They never tried out with anyone else, I think, either. It was like they wanted me and I wanted to join them, and that was like pretty smooth in that sense. And then I started gaining a lot of my confidence back, and the playstyle was really like fast and confidence based, so it was slowly coming back again. and I was enjoying my time more. So it was better for everyone.
Mm.
That we split ways, to be honest.
It seemed, from the outside looking in, it seemed super fast. It seemed like almost like you had planned what team you were going to go to and whatever. At least that's the way it felt to me. But
I mean, I think like a lot from Remkoe had like talked like that like their problems and stuff, and then Remkoe like probably knew that I was gonna be free and stuff, so it was like I think like the complexity team was hoping I could join Envy, and then the Envy team guys would hope that I wouldn't be in that team anymore, so they could get me, you know.
That's really interesting that they would communicate on that level and like not be like I don't know. It's like it's more of like a fit thing. It's like, oh, it's finding what team he would fit or you would fit on better, as opposed to, oh, he's not a good player, we don't want him on our team. It's like, yeah, he's not fitting our play style, and then they're like, oh, he might fit our play style really well. It's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, they wanted to go into like that was like the reasoning in the end. Like at Cake was like they wanted to transition into that like super fast play style with that Greasy does the best. He flies up for ball is gone and it's in.
I can already hear. I can already
already
hear
in
the
other
Greasy.
corner.
I can hear his sales pitch already to a lot, and it will be really convincing. I'm sure that they're going to be so fast, and they're just going to beat everybody to every ball.
They were doing super good in scrims as well. Like when Greasy joined, like that was actually a really good team. But then things don't work out like that in RLCS. You can't just expect everything to happen super fast and everyone have everyone to be super confident.
Did it feel like? Did you feel vindictive at all? Were you a bit happy that they
Vindictive
flopped?
means
That's like when they didn't do so well. Were you like, yeah, deserved? That's what you get for kicking me.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone would be like. They wouldn't like have some kind of like. If you don't feel like that, you feel like you're shit, right?
If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Well, I think it's really honest of you to say, because a lot of people would be like, no, I was,
wanted
I wanted them to
obviously,
do well. I love to watch them winning.
I want them to do well as well, but like in this at the same time, like if I want them to do well with that team, that would mean I want myself to look worse, you know.
Yeah.
And if I expect them to be good, I expect myself to be shit. Like I'm useless. So
yeah, no, it's really.
I have to have some kind of confidence on myself as well, right?
Yeah, it's competition. You know, a lot of Rocket League pros are friends, but they're also competitors, and that's the competitor's mindset. But yeah, you mentioned you joined up with Remkoe and EyeIgnite. You guys did pretty well. Just staying near the top of EU, then winning the second Eleague, right? With a crazy good performance. What was going on in the Eleague? Like how did that happen? Because nobody was really. I mean, I guess some people were expecting. Was it Weedham Girls at that point? I think it was, right? Yeah, to become Weedham Girls again. And yeah, you were definitely in the conversation from what I could see, but nobody was putting you down as a favorites until you just clapped everybody and won the thing. How did that happen?
Well, I think it based a lot on the Worlds. That was 2 weeks before Eleague, and I don't think we were really that bad during the online season or anything either. But like when we came to LAN, we were like a completely different team. I feel like, and we were playing really good. I feel like, and what our play style was like, go for the ball. Pretty much what the complexity guys wanted, like go for the ball fast and like the old William Girls style, just backboard it and beat everyone to the ball, no matter where you're coming from and stuff. So then it started to work out really well at LAN. And then I can't remember who we lost to at LAN, but
you lost to upper bracket.
We beat Cloud9. We were the only team to beat Cloud9 who won the World Championship.
You sent them to the lower bracket, and then
we were so hype after that.
Yeah. But then in the lower finals, lower finals, they came back and they got revenge.
Yeah.
They
had so much momentum in that series.
Yeah. I was going to ask about that. What were your thoughts on that? Like, compared to the other matchup when it was like winner bracket, you both played one series, and lower bracket they've played like 6 on stage or something, 5 series. I don't know the exact number. And you guys were just fresh off a Dignitas loss, which didn't go well at all. Did you just know from the beginning? You're like, yeah, this is bad, or did they surprise you?
I mean, I've been in that situation before because season
season
four,
four, you
we
beat
beat
them.
Cloud9.
You did that, and you beat them
on
when you
the
went down
third
lower
place,
bracket.
and
Mm.
Squish is popping off like these guys are insane at this point. Like, he scores the best goal I've ever seen. To this day, no one has scored a goal like that in that.
Do you see
kind of quick game.
do you see this clip all the time of Squishy like scoring the ceiling shot, faking
No.
Mognus, and then putting it over you, and you're just like,
I don't
you're
see
the guy
this.
jumping in the replay and missing the ball.
I don't see this, but I hear a lot from it, and I always say like I really don't give a shit. He scores a nice goal, but he loses. Like, why would I care? Like, freestylers can score goals. So me, I don't care.
I mean, the best goal of all time in Rocket League, well, probably the most meaningful goal, the Justin equalizer, they went on to lose as well. So I guess like the tip is don't score a really like big hype goal in RLCS because you're probably going to lose the series. Like that's what tends to happen.
That's what happens so much. Like, even I feel like in just individual games as well. Like, if you score a really nice goal, you're just gonna
get distracted.
Like, it just if it affects you and your teammates as well. I think because your teammates are gonna be like, "Whoa, wait, he's gonna do that to win? Okay, let's go."
I mean, the Squishy goal is hilarious because they put the camera on Squishy and Torment and Gimmick, and Squishy's just sitting there like robotic, no response as usual, no emotion. And then Torment just looks across. He's sitting sideways. He just goes, like, just looks at Squishy. Like, he's kind of scared. He's like, "What are you? What have you done with Squishy Muffins? What the?" Yeah, that was hilarious.
But we were playing so good as well that LAN. So at that LAN, no one could beat us. It felt like, except for Dignitas, but that obviously happened. But definitely when we played against them with them girls, they were playing so good after winning so many series. And on LAN, that confidence always builds up. Like, the more games you play, the more comfortable you are. Obviously. So
yeah, Gimmick was really good in that lower final. I remember I was just like so impressed by Gimmick
he was
in that season 6. It was crazy. Then obviously Torment in the final like showed up and got the MVP. So they definitely had it. It was their tournament that year.
Okay. Well, I was gonna talk about the Eleague. I don't know.
Talk about Eleague. Talk about the one you won. Let's forget about the one you lost.
So coming from the RLCS, we're really feeling really good. Then we come to the Eleague. I can't remember if we flew straight to Eleague or we came back home. Either way, it was like 2 weeks after we go to Eleague. We have these like really nice practice rooms and everything is so cool. We go to play scrims. We get battered in every single scrim ever.
Oh no, you didn't lose to Chiefs, did you? And you were getting clapped by Chiefs as well.
I cannot remember, but we were getting clapped in scrims, and then we'd go on stage, and everything would feel like it was on RLCS LAN again. Like, people just play so much different, even in LAN scrims than normal scrims. I was really like confident, and then we had the momentum going from I think it was FlipSid. We were 3-1 down, and it was in the group. So if we lost this game against FlipSid, we'd be out. So we come back from 3-1 down, score some. I remember we scored some sketchy goals, and then last game, I'm pretty sure, or I can't remember if it was last game. It was one of the games where 1 goal down, like 30 seconds left. They had a 3v1 against Remkoe. Remkoe spins around, challenges as last man like an absolute madman. We score out of it, and then we win the series, and that's when we get the whole momentum swinging our way.
Oh yeah! Oh my goodness! I totally forgot. You guys were like on the brink. You lost to FlipSid in the upper bracket of the group, 4-2. Then you beat EG 6 or 4-2. Then you were 3-1 down against FlipSid, and you won 3 games in a row, 1-0 with 2 overtimes. What on earth?
That was
3-1-0s.
Oh yeah, we were in 1 goal down, but it was tied, and we were gonna lose if Remkoe conceded that 1v3. And then it went the other way, and we scored. I was like, "What? This doesn't happen to me. Coxie scores against me."
You're like, "Wow, ball chasing was the solution all this time." It was the answer.
So that worked, and then we go on the semis. We feel like at that point you feel like you should have lost, right? And then you got the momentum, you don't have any pressure, and you start playing really good. We were popping off on stage, and then we go back to warm-up scrims the next day, get 7-0 by Cloud9, no biggie. then we go to play again, own everyone. That's how Eleague went.
That's hilarious. I know what to do next line. I'll just pay attention to who's getting absolutely clapped in scrims. I'll be like, yeah, I think they're gonna win. Yeah, I'll do my analyst desk segment. I'll be like, I'm backing them. They lost. I saw them lose 7 games in a row in scrims. They're gonna win this tournament.
That's what I say these days as well. Like if we have warm up scrims with my current team or anything, I just say like if we're losing a lot in the warm up scrims, I'm like, trust me, I've been here. At the Eleague, we lost every scrim, but that means we're gonna play good.
You tell that to RelatingWave and Virtuoso now?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, trust that. This is definitely a good idea.
Like it actually happens still. Like when you have bad warm-up scrims, you play good sometimes. Like it's crazy.
That's interesting. Wow, there might be something to that. Sandbagging, I think, is what they call it. Your coach is in chat. He's confirming that this is actually what happens. So maybe this is why is there all this toxicity between Astral and Virtuoso? Do they just always beat you in scrims? And Astral's like, yeah, these guys are trash. And then you beat them in our RLCS X. Oh, Matt.
Whoa, Vacanus.
You know what that means?
Coming through with the 9 gifted. That puts us at 10 subs. We have to reveal a player for SMUG 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Metsa.
Very excited to announce the surprise player is Metsanauris. He'll be one of you.
Hey, he started off in once.
He doesn't know yet.
Is there anybody that you'd like to clap in a future SMUG? Would you make your return? Make your return to once, slap somebody in the face.
Did you say I'd like to clap everyone?
Yeah,
that's the correct answer.
I don't think I'm that bad in once. I almost got to 100.
That's pretty good.
I'm Supersonic Legend ish. If I don't lose,
ish.
Go down.
WideChamp ish.
I mean, I don't think it's that hard to beat people in one tournament. It's so much different from rank.
K-Dop was speaking French for his entire stream of his matchup versus Jesse, but somebody was translating some of the comments. You could be Jesse.
I could be K-Dop after watching
K-Dop said it was more nerve-wracking than RLCS because he was streaming with like 17,000 viewers. So
yeah,
that's against Jesse, and he was so nervous. He was like shaking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was looking pretty shaking. Man.
He said like, just a massive exhale followed by this is worse than RLCS.
That was so hype.
I can imagine that though.
We hit 53K viewers with at our peak with Jesse versus K-Dop. It was so good. So good. I can't believe the call out work too, Jesse. Oh my god, man. What a guy!
That was a really good series, surprisingly.
I wasn't surprised. I called it. I actually called Game 7 Jesse. I knew that Jesse would be very solid, and K-Dop would not probably respect him out of the gate. So I just knew that was gonna happen. But we do have to announce.
You gotta announce.
We gotta announce somebody here. Okay, one of the players that has not been announced in SMUG 2 is Floomp. Content creator Floomp.
I think you said his name right as well. Yeah, I think that was spot on pronunciation. Very hard one. I can't do
French.
it right.
It's French, so
it's that's right. Floomp, and
go up against Johnny. That would be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think. Well, the only problem is he lives in Hawaii now, so the ping will probably be pretty bad. I don't even know what the Hawaii ping is to US East, but it's got to be pretty high, higher than Europe for sure.
I wonder. It's Hawaii's not like a chill distance from California. It's far.
It's far, yeah. And there's a 11-hour time difference between Hawaii and you, Matt, right now. Almost the other complete opposite side. In fact, Metsa, what time is it right now in Finland? Is it 10:15?
15 past 11.
11? What?
We're Eastern Europe.
Oh, wait, yeah, it is. So actually, you are completely 12 hours different from Hawaii, my friend.
Wonderful.
Side of the
I
world.
needed to know this.
12 hours of time difference away from Hawaii.
10 a.m. there, bud. Hey, Vacanus, thank you very much for the subs. Appreciate it, buddy. That was very, very nice of you. And everybody in chat, go ahead and thank Vacanus for his reveal of the SMUG 2 player, Floomp.
Does he play in OCE servers? I think he plays US West, so it'll be US West. You guys can try and guess as well who you think his opponent will be. But yeah,
Sunless con.
Unless he played Smug 1. He beat Athena. It was a
I
good
mean, that
series.
doesn't mean anything. Like, he could play Flump still.
You're not
Flump and
wrong.
Sunless I played twice before. Flump, I think, won both of the times.
Oh,
They've done show matches. One of them was actually for a ton of money. For some reason, I was just streaming Sunless versus Flump, and all my viewers were like, $100 for the prize pool, $500 for the prize pool. And Sunless and Flump were just like, yes, let's make it a best of 9. So funny. Everybody's guessing now in chat, but yeah, we'll leave it to it, chat. We'll see if you can figure it out.
There's some good guesses in here. None of them are right, but there's some good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Nice try.
Yeah, some good matches there for sure.
If you don't see Khaled versus Ferry, you're gonna cry. Okay.
So Metso, it's talking about 1v1 and also your recent team. So I've seen both RelatingWave and Virtuoso complaining about Airdribble bumps on Twitter. So what are your thoughts on the Airdribble bumps and 1v1 being a trash game mode? These are all paraphrased, by the way. I'm not taking direct quotes. But yeah, what do you have to say about your teammates' takes here?
I don't think they were that serious about the actual airdribble bumps, but Wave does hate when I airdribble bump him, to be fair to him. Like, the first few times we played 1v1s, I only airdribble bumped him. So he's had some rough times with that, and then he goes into the fusion and gets absolutely clapped up by a Jack. He was not having the greatest of times. We were in comps at that time.
Yeah, apparently Jack was just brand new to the pro scene, and he's like, "Who is this kid who can't stop airdribble bumping me?" It was so funny. You guys were really close. In fact, you guys got screwed over by the 1v1s pretty bad in Fusion.
Actually, it was gonna be like the last game. What were we against? Solar or something?
Yeah, I think it was
Giants.
Exotic, or was it?
Exotic, yeah, Solar, yeah. So it was like 2-1 the time, and then Wave said after he got battered in once, okay, if they pick once again at some point, you're gonna play the ones. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was Solar. Did they pick ones again? I think
no, they picked twos, and because Smash.
Oh yeah, they picked twos, and they still did. They got their revenge, I believe.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, there are some weird picks in Fusion where teams would lose 3v3. They're like, run it back. We picked threes, so they just lose again. They're like, okay, no, you're right. Yeah, you guys won every threes match. Yeah, it was
fucking didn't qualify.
Bit of foreshadowing. Yeah, that was the bit that made it best. Is that all of the teams who went undefeated in threes were so salty that they didn't qualify because they're like, threes is the best game mode. We should get double points for threes, triple even.
Triple
points. There's 3 people.
Drops.
That was a good time. Oh man, yeah, that was maybe a bit of foreshadowing. Fusion, the undefeated Endpoint threes roster. Then you had quite a lot of success with Endpoint since then. What's been the highlight for RLCS Season X, or just this year maybe, or your time on the team?
Well, I think the highlight for me was just the spring season and just like getting a team. Like, I was so down after we got relegated. That was a really rough season, like for me mentally as well. Like, things were not going well in that team, and then I had a really bad confidence as well. I felt like throughout the season, and I felt like I had like really bad stats and everything. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna get like any opportunities. Like, that was what I was afraid of. Was that I'm not gonna get a team because then no one's gonna give me a chance. I knew if someone gives me a chance, I'm gonna get a team. Like, any RLCS team, just give me a chance. And I got finally, after trying out with bubble players, I tried with a lot of people's, and then I got to ask to try out with the Endpoint guys. And so I was like, oh my god, yes, please make this happen. Oh my god.
Now you just get to play goalkeeper and watch Virtuoso demo everybody. It's fun. Although that was only like very brief, I think. The playstyles evolved.
That was at the spring series. That was a lot of fun. We were just looking around, and we just see explosions and open goals. It was a great time.
Yeah, was there like any complaining or any like bad mouthing in the Twitch chats or the game chat that streams didn't get to see? People quick chatting,
No,
maybe?
no. People never do that in
No?
actual games, but the scrims, people get annoyed in scrims. I don't know what's that's all about. Like, how do they get annoyed in scrims, but not in the real games? Eh? How does that work then? Scrims don't even matter. And
A lot of quick chats and scrims, the clip
and then
says. That's interesting.
there was a lot of teams that didn't want to scrim us before this RLCS X.
That's so funny. I mean, but from what we've heard, EU teams don't scrim actually at all. That's just what everybody's been accusing. Every time that they talk about EU teams on the podcast, they just say that they don't scrim. They just leave their game logged in on the main menu to get hours and then go play FIFA. But apparently that's not true for all the teams.
No, Alpha doesn't leave his game logged in. He just plays FIFA.
You just shamelessly, yeah. Not even a second.
To be fair, I've been playing some FIFA myself.
Yeah, okay. No. You think you could beat Alpha in FIFA?
Nope. Not with those hours. No chance. He's also very talented at games. Nope. Not happening.
Yeah, FIFA 54 he's good.
FIFA 54, man. That's one day. FIFA 54 one day. Alpha better play that one. Before that, we'll have like FIFA 45 for Chaussette. There's lots of FIFAs coming. The special editions for Rocket League players. Cuxer's missed his one though. I don't know if you ever played FIFA 97, but
probably did.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, no, he could make it. Italians live quite long. He could probably make it to the next FIFA 97.
Not all Italians. Specific regions of Italy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if Palermo is one of them.
I don't know. Something tells me, based on Cux's general eating habits and sleeping and all this, that he's probably not one of them. But maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to be. Hey, you always hear about these people who are just like smoking every day, drinking every day, then they live to be 100, and then someone else will have a perfect diet, and they'll just have a random heart attack in their 60s. Life's not fair. So, but going by the life's not fair logic, Cuxer's gonna live forever.
True.
He's never gonna die.
True. Hey,
he's definitely timeless.
We're rooting for him. I don't want to make it sound like we're not.
He's even timeless in Rocket League.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. That's pretty good. Oh man, Metsa, you're quick. That was witty. Finnish. You gotta watch out for him.
Ooh.
Yeah, why do Finnish esports players, whenever they're actually you don't do this, but Mognus does it and Cyanide from League of Legends does it. They have the same like accent for voice even for whenever they do interviews. Do you know? Is this a common Finnish way to speak English? The Mognus voice.
Like you mean like not change your tone at all, or?
Yes, completely.
Yeah, okay, no, that's not their English. That's their Finnish as well. That's their talking.
Okay.
They just,
communication.
Yeah, just people don't change their tone. I don't know what it is. That's how people sound so depressed, because like they just don't change tone. I don't know.
Yeah, I changed like this, and every word is coming out the same.
That's
volume.
also Finnish language, because you don't like pressure any parts of the word that much compared to like English. Like I change my tone so much more in English than I would in Finnish.
So interesting. Okay. I had no idea about that. That's cool.
It's natural for Finnish people to sound boring.
No, they're not boring. Trust me. I know a lot of very cool Finnish people from Rocket League.
Nah, not boring at all. Super toxic, but not boring.
Yeah. Now we got Jazer. He's a really, toxic, very toxic guy. Almost said nice there. Yeah, who else? If you and Mognus are notorious. Sweaty Mix as well, going by Alexi these days.
Have you heard him talk? Sounds like Mognus.
Really? I've never heard him talk.
Sweaty Mix. That's a throwback.
Yeah. What other Finnish? Are there any up and coming Finnish players to look out for?
Well, I don't really know about up and coming, but I'm actually gonna play the Finnish championships in Rocket League this weekend. So
really,
we'll see there.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell us. Wow.
There's a couple young guys. I really know much of the people that have been like in there for longer, but like I played people. Well, Alex has always been there. That was Sweaty Mix. He's always been a ranked warrior, and then it's this Regzer guy. He won the Finnish championships last year. He was like 15. some not that good of teammates as well. And then I'm pretty sure there's this guy called Icy or something like that.
Yep, Icy of Labyrinth apparently.
Yeah, Icy is Labyrinth's brother, I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow,
like a little brother, and he's really young. So maybe he's the young star we're looking for. And then Toss is also pretty young. So there's quite a few.
Yeah, there's
people.
a few competing for the finish.
How did Sweaty Mix come up with the name Sweaty Mix?
I don't know, but he probably regrets it because he changed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no Alexi these days.
Yeah.
Icy is his little bro. Confirmed. Icy and Labyrinth. Labyrinth. That's a wicked esports name.
That's such a good movie too. You seen that with David Bowie?
I have seen that. Yeah.
Dance magic, dance magic. I love that movie, dude. I grew up on that. So good, so good. You wouldn't know, Metsa. You're too young, but it's an absolute good one.
Absolute banger.
Total banger. So you've lost a ton of weight, Metsa. How did you do it?
Oh yeah, true.
Well, as I said,
especially from that picture. In the picture where Johnny was like, when you're at you were probably your heaviest. I'm guessing with like the Uber Eats and the drinking in London for Gfinity. So what would you do?
Drinking water in London for Gfinity.
Yeah,
obviously.
A lot of water. But I think it was pretty rough for me when I lived in London. The UK grocery stores suck. Like you just can't get stuff you can get in Finland. Like it's so hard to even cook for yourself. It's just easier of getting takeaway or ordering food. So I just did that all the time, and then I started gaining a lot of weight. I didn't do any exercise when I was really there, and then I didn't really care that much. And then it came to these LANs, and when I won Eleague and I saw those pictures of myself with the trophy, I looked so awful. I was like, no fucking way. Did I achieve one of my biggest goals in life? And I'm not even proud of myself looking like this. So I wanted to change habits, and I started to do something about it in the February.
We gotta go edit the pictures. Get them fixed. So
what did you do? What changes did you make?
Well, I started going to the gym. That was the biggest difference. And when I came back home, I ate pretty healthy already. My girlfriend is pretty keeping me pretty strict with cooking our own food and stuff. So we never order or very rarely get fast food if it's not with friends and stuff. So the eating wasn't really the problem anymore. I didn't really do any exercise, so I started going to the gym, and I did that for more than a year very consistently. And since COVID hit, and I haven't really been to the gym since the COVID started, but this summer I started a new hobby. I got really into disc golf.
Oh, cool.
I don't really know. That's not really a thing in other Europe, pretty sure.
I've seen disc golf.
Seen it?
It's big in America. It's very big
in America it's big, yeah. So it's usually America and then the Nordic countries and then Estonia or something, and that's about it. But
I've disc golf in Scotland.
I've gotten really into that, so I've done that this whole summer. I'm probably gonna start going to the gym again now that the season is kind of closing and it's gonna be snow and all that stuff.
Are the gyms open there? The gyms are open there?
Yeah. They've been open most of the time, I think. You just have to be hygienic in there, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. I haven't been there since COVID. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have lost their gym grind with COVID.
Yeah.
Because everything's just nobody does anything anymore. We're all just staying at home.
Yeah.
But
it just doesn't feel like you want to do it anymore, It's
same for me, yeah. Yeah,
it's even worse now that the winter is coming. It's like a whole year of winter is what it feels like. Just a whole
it's just
year
a long night. It's the long night.
That's right. Yeah. Oof.
One of my motivations was as well I wanna have this healthy life and wanna look better at the lands and stuff, and I probably wouldn't have done any changes if it wasn't I was playing Rocket League and like having a lot of people watch my games and stuff. So now that there's no lands and anything either, so it doesn't really help either.
Yeah,
And if I'm
their
just staying in
motivation is lower for sure. Yeah, that's good though. I remember I was like, whoa, Metsa's looking fantastic. And I think yeah, quite a few Rocket League players have done this. Maybe it's the same reason. They see a photo of themselves with a trophy and they're like,
Magnus had a big transformation too, right?
Yeah, I'm very proud of Mognus.
And A0t as well. Yeah, the
He's
whole
looking
OG
great.
squad.
Yeah, A0t is also like after me and Mognus, he started really getting into. I think this year he started getting a lot into it.
Mhm.
And then he's looking really good.
It
as
is
well.
awesome to see. So how does it? Well, I mean, compared to obviously you probably would prefer to see what you look like now with a trophy compared to back then. But like, what other does it affect your life in any other way? Well, maybe not so much with COVID, but before, you just like feel better, feel like just more confident and healthier. Or what does it do for a Rocket League pro, for a pro gamer to just be in shape compared to not?
Yeah, I think it's just like when you do stuff, you're just gonna feel more energized. You're gonna sleep better. Like that's a big thing as well.
Mhm.
Like you're just gonna feel better. You're gonna sleep better. You're just gonna want to eat food. You're gonna want to eat better food because you don't want the food to go to waste and stuff. And you just it makes you I don't know, like it's hard to explain. It makes you feel better about yourself, and that just affects every part of your life as well.
Yep,
including Rocket League.
For sure. I'm having the Eleague moment right now. I am a fat bitch right now. It is awful. It is awful. I'm ready. I am ready to make a change. Luckily, this new flat I have is big enough that I can actually work out. I just got kettlebells as well. So
Nice.
I'm ready for it. I
remember to take pictures at the start.
Yeah, I am feeling very Eleague right now. It's fucking awful. So yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Exactly.
I didn't want to take any pictures like when I started because I didn't want to do it to like show it to other people. It was like my own battle that I wanted to do, but like I regret after I regret not taking pictures because you don't even remember what it looked like before.
Yep.
Because now you're like, wait, look at me now. I actually did pretty well here. Wish I had the evidence.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Johnny, was there anything else you wanted to ask, or should we go into the WideChamp round? Speaking of,
it's WideChamp Round time.
WideChamp Round
for sure.
WideChamp Round. Here we go. Oh yeah, Broken Composure says I'm too old. Gets harder to keep the pounds off in our age bracket. Lol. Yeah, I mean I hear you, but I'm eating like an asshole, so it's like I'm asking for it. It's not as if I'm like, oh, what's happening? You know, it's like yeah, I'll take another pound of chocolat. Thank you.
Do you ever watch those shows where it's like my girlfriend loves this show called Secret Eaters, and there's all these people on there, and they'll just be like, yeah, I don't know why I'm so fat. I have a really good diet and I never snack. I don't know what is going on. And then they just video the person with like candid cameras for a week. And it's like they get up at 1 a.m, go to the fridge, just start snacking like when nobody's looking. And they're like, yeah, it's probably that. And it's probably the second lunchbox that you took with you. It's probably going away to, dinner with your boss and then also going home and having dinner with your family. And these people are like, I know. Wow, never saw this coming.
What happened? Oh my god!
Like, wow, how did I get like this? They're just huge. You're like, you must know. Come on. Yeah, those shows are great.
All right, Metsa. This is the WideChamp round. I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions, and you answer them as quickly as you can, as WideChamp as you can.
Okay, what's WideChamp?
WideChamp is the other name for Supersonic Legend because it's like really wide.
It's a wide logo.
Yeah, so it's WideChamp. Yeah, that's it. He's over it already. He's like, can we just get this over with?
For all of our listeners, Metsa just did a very disappointed
yeah, for all you in audio, he gave us the Finnish death stare. What is your favorite car that you don't main?
Fennec.
Fennec. Nice.
Does it need to be short answers or no?
I mean, the car thing is honestly, there's like 5 hitboxes in the game, so it's you know, there's not really it's whatever. I should probably not even ask the question, but I do. What's your favorite decal?
Oh my god, there's a lot of good ones. Dune Racer probably.
Dune Racer. What's that for? What car is that?
Octane, yeah.
Octane?
It's yeah.
I don't know if I have it.
What are the other ones? If you've got a few.
I got a lot of. I got this thing going on right now where every time I lose a game in tournaments, I switch car designs, so
Nice.
I get like this extra boost of confidence. You know, I do anti-placebos to myself. You know,
Ah.
so I did that. So I've repped this ripped comic decal for so long. That's my normal car, and then it's the Dune Racers. Then there's the new RLCS decals. All of them are very speedy. That's the most important part. That is fast. And then I can't remember if there's other good ones.
Quickly,
There is, but I can't remember the names.
Quickly, where do you stand on the heavy car bug situation?
It is a placebo, of course, because
Careful.
it comes at the moments where you think it's important for you to play well.
Careful.
Just-
They found
They're
my
gonna come for
YouTube
you.
channel. Careful.
They're gonna come for you.
They have found my YouTube channel because I clickbaited a title that said heavy car bug cure.
Have you ever
Look
seen people complain about heavy car bug when it doesn't matter for them, like when they're just playing casual? No, they complain about like feeling like they're playing bad when it's important, right? So
They're going to come for you, Metsa. There's a community, a growing community of heavy car.
You are on a team with a player that does have some interesting takes on Twitter. I'll say that. And one of his interesting recent takes was, I just don't understand how people don't feel slow with white Zambas and a titanium white octane.
Okay, I agree with that one.
Okay.
I don't.
Now, some items do look like very like bad.
I feel worse with different items, but that's just like how they look on the hitbox and stuff. Like how
it just looks like it's going slower, so you feel slower, so you are slower, right?
Yeah, but that's just like that's not a placebo. You actually change something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
well, the fact that your car is going slower is technically a placebo, but it does look slower. But
I used to watch.
You can control the placebo. You can actually affect it, which you do.
I used to watch a lot of Jesse stream when he was using the Fennec and he was using the white Fennec, so I couldn't play with the white car anymore because it looks slow and clunky because I was watching so much Jesse. So.
Wow.
Jesse should just he should just copy the Fairy Peak car for a while and then just ruin it for everybody. The Fairy Peak Fennec that everybody uses. You just totally ruin it.
Yeah.
And then Fairy would have to come up with a new car. He'd be like, "Oh, for goodness sake," in French, and then he'd go back to the garage, get a new preset.
Man, okay, nice. Heavy car bug, not real, confirmed. What's your favorite boost besides Alpha?
Oh, have I used a different boost since? I can't remember the last time I used something but Alpha boost. The new floppy fish boost that looks pretty good.
The floppy fish boost.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. I used to rock the floppy fish goal explosion, so it looks pretty similar to that one. I'll just say that one.
Nice. And favorite wheels?
Well, I use Cristianos, but I don't think they're my favorite. They're just
the trendiest.
They're just the fast and boring ones.
Oh, they're fast. They're so fast.
Yeah. Best wheels probably Black DHs.
That's another popular choice. Yeah,
that's a good one. Okay, now that is the favorites section of WideChamp Round. Now we move on to a game called Team Demo Ranked. Now, as a fan of the podcast, can I call you a fan of the podcast?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, good. That's what I'm talking about. You heard it here, folks. Pros, watch this pod. As a fan of the podcast, you've seen Team Demo Ranked played before, but I'll explain it for the noobs in chat that may have not been here before. This game is a lot like Marry, Fuck, Kill. We're going to name 3 players, and Meta is going to say a player that he would like to team with. So somebody he'd actually like to legitimately play on a team with. Somebody he'd like to demo, doesn't want to play with him. Somebody he'd like to play ranked with, which is very non-committal. You know, just like, let's go have some fun in ranked. It's fine. It's chill. It's whatever. Okay? All right. We're going to start off. Johnny, you can kick us off with the first team here.
Okay, so first team, demo and ranked, is NRG.
Team Garrett always would have liked to team with him. I think he shares like a very similar like mindset to me. And then play ranked. I don't know. This is a tough one. There's a lot of good ranked players in that team, isn't there?
Or you can just choose who you want to demo.
I'll just demo Squishy for that goal. No.
For the goal?
Yeah. Scoring the ceiling shot.
They announced, okay, do you see the energy announcement when they announced Squishy? There was
No.
3 goals of Squishy, montage goals. They were all against me.
Really?
putting it out there.
Wow.
Just saying we won those series.
You finally got your revenge, dude. This is.
So,
I hope he sees this, bro.
I respect Squishy, but he has to get demoed this time, unfortunately. That's just Justin. He's popping off always.
Great.
Facts.
Sick. What about Renault Vitality?
Already teamed with one of them. I don't think that's the one. Then
You're not going to run it back. You're.
No, he left me, so I'm not coming back to him.
Okay. Another revenge. I like this. This is good.
That smells like a demo about to happen.
What's the smell? Oh yeah, I think that's the demo on Alpha.
Wow, you're gonna demo FIFA 54?
I think I'll team with Fairpeak. That's just boring option. Just another player with a very similar mindset. It feels like
literally everybody, I think, has teamed with Fairy and Garrett. It's unanimous. Pro scene, everybody wants to team with Fairy and Garrett.
And then I would demo Alpha for leaving the team, and then I'd play ranked with K-Dop and listen to his French stream while doing it.
So what would be the motive there? To get him to rage or to celebrate?
Both. It's just funny. Even if I don't understand a word, he's funny.
Yeah, K-Dop's very funny.
Yep.
Okay, what about Team BDS?
This is a hard one. I don't really know them personally that much.
This is obviously the new BDS with Itachi.
BDS with Itachi? I don't think you're...
Sorry, no, that's Giants. Sorry, I'm getting my Spanish players mixed up. BDS is no changes, obviously.
Mark by
I have to team with Monkey Moon. He's so good. That is unbelievable. There's just no chance. Just team with him, then play ranked with Extra. He's such a nice guy.
True.
There's nothing less to decide, by the way. It's that
Yeah.
you've already decided. You're demoing Mark. Yeah.
I was just deciding. Okay, yeah, that has to be it. Sorry, Mark. I never talked to you, unfortunately.
Okay, and I kind of accidentally spoiled it. Giants with Itachi is the next one. I was reading a bit ahead there.
I don't know. Itachi is very similar to Alpha, so maybe I just demo him. Then, wait, who? Okay, Samuel Steak. I used to play against Steak. Like back when I was a bubble player, Steak was already there. Like we used to talk to each other on Steam, and like he was asking like if I thought he was good and stuff. Like this was years ago.
Yeah,
I'm so happy that he finally made it to the top level. So I would just team with Steak. Then I've actually played some rank with Itachi, and that's very good. I'll play some rank with Itachi and demo Samu. I never talked to him either, so no hard feelings there.
Nope. You hate the Spanish players. This is a trend.
Hard not to. Like you're 67% chance you're going to demo a Spanish player with Giants though, so not really saying too much. Okay, lastly, top looks.
Oh, this is tough. Oh,
I thought it might be. Yeah.
Straight in the fields. Oh, Cassio's too lovely to demo, so I'll just take that one out of there. I'll just think who to demo first. I think that's the way to go about this. Oh god, Flame is so annoying to play against. He just saves everything, so if he's demoed, you can't save it, right?
It's the first time we've heard that logic.
I'll just demo Flame because he can't save anything then, right? So demo Flame, then I have 2 players left. Cassio, what a lovely man.
Cassio's a really nice guy, true.
I'll team with him just to talk with him every day, like just to bring a smile on my face every single day, and then play rank with Archie. So easy MMR, whatever.
Nice. Oh, I love that, the Cassio reveal there. That's so nice to hear. Yeah, he's a great guy actually. He was another Gfinity Elite player after you had already left, or you didn't. After you were done with Gfinity Elite series, Cassio started playing. Oh man, what a lovely guy.
For sure, love him.
Yeah, I did in one more question at the end here. It's a bit topical.
Yeah. Who would win, BDS versus SSG?
Oh, why would you do that? Okay.
Best of 7 series score. Who wins? Why?
Okay, this is on LAN, right? Or
sure.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
online. Okay.
Online.
Huh.
Online.
I've never seen BDS play at LAN though. Like that's so hard. Haven't they even? Okay, Extras played at some LANs. Has Monkey Moon ever been at any LAN?
I think maybe like a French LAN.
Didn't he team with EpicToastie at Gfin?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay, just you. Okay.
I wouldn't. Dude, Monkey Moon is just so good under pressure. He's gonna pop off a LAN. Of course, he's gonna pop off a LAN. BDS all the way. Come on, get in there.
Okay.
Yes, the regional pride is there.
Red
series
jumped on the table after beating me at DreamHack. I can't let him have that.
Wait, he jumped to the table or assist you as well?
I'm pretty sure that's when he jumped on the table the first time, when he made the playoffs.
He's jumping. I didn't realize he jumped to the table multiple times.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not
serial
sure.
table jumper.
I left that stage way before that happened, so I can't really say for sure. Well, he beat me. That's the most important part.
That's funny. So, you heard it here, everybody. Get the clips. BDS beat SSG from Metsanauris quote right there.
EU over NA, he says, all day.
The supremacy.
Headline, Reddles is trash. Jumps on too many tables. BDS wins. Metsanauris quoted as saying.
And also in a team with EpicToastie. Put that in.
Yeah, Toastie's gonna want to watch this episode, I think. I don't think he's in the chat because he would be like, hi hen.
Yeah, he would definitely say that, actually. Yeah. Did you understand him in team comms, or was he just like talking Scottish slang and you're like, I don't even know what he's saying. He's just missing the ball and I don't understand him.
I think I was like more focused on trying to understand what he was doing in game than so I don't think it was up to the speaking part. I've been in a team with do you know O'Neill?
Yes, yeah. Oh wow.
With him
Wait, you were on Shazoo as well?
Yes, I was in
No
Shazoo.
way. Everybody played on Shazoo. That's crazy.
Okay, you want to hear the worst part? I was the sub for Shazoo. So I tried to understand him for a month. Not a single word I think I understood throughout that time.
The Shazoo Hall of Fame. That's amazing. Hey, we all start somewhere.
Oh yeah, the Shazoo Hall of Fame as well. That's unbelievable.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, Metsa, thank you very much for being on the pod, buddy. Very, very excellent to have you. Hope you had a good time. Where should people check you out?
Twitter,
I don't know. Twitch?
No, Instagram probably. I don't even post on Instagram. Why would I?
Instagram? Yeah, why?
Instagram.
Really? Are you doing thirst traps on Instagram now? Or are you like transformation pics? Like,
I think Instagram is the new wave. Like that's if you have a lot of Instagram followers, you're like famous, but no one gives a shit if you have Twitter followers, right? Do they? Okay,
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I'm Metsanauris on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Go all of them.
All of them.
Get in
Quad
there.
follow.
Get in there. That sounds good. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and do this outro, boys. Thank you very much for joining Johnny and Metsa.
Good night, chat.
That's going to be a wrap on the Metsanauris episode. As I said at the top, one of my favorite episodes. Really great conversation with Metsanauris. Really glad that he reached out to us. He'd been watching the show and thought it might be a good idea to come on, and we couldn't agree more. As I said also at the beginning, Salt Mine 2 or Salt Mine Underground 2 is coming up. So SMUG 2, the second event out of 8, is happening on November 25th. If you're not already following Johnny Boy on Twitch, you're going to want to do that. Twitch.tv/JohnnyBoy to catch SMUG 2 in all its glory on November 25th. And if you'd like to catch future Saltcast episodes, you can follow me on twitch.tv/SmellsWorthless. And once again, be sure to sign up at saltmine.gg for all the content updates related to SMUG, aka Salt Mine Underground. Thank you again, Saltcasters. It was great having you, and looking forward to the next one.